If you just got a home equity line of credit and you're wondering what it's safe to use it on and what you shouldn't use it on, in this video, I'm going to share with you the top ways to use your home equity line of credit, as well as what you definitely should not use it for. But first, before I get started, you guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. As always, my name is Jay Costa. I'm a real estate agent and investor here in Northern New Jersey. If you get any value out of this video, smash the like button and also leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about what I say in this video. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? If you think I'm an idiot and a moron, let me know in the comment section and we will duke it out. So if you don't know the basics of the home equity line of credit, definitely check my first video out. I'll put a link up here as well as in the description box down below. In that video, I go over what a HELOC is, as well as share with you my application process on how I applied and how I got approved for almost $200,000 from my local bank, and it cost me nothing. So if you have equity in your home, I would definitely suggest getting a HELOC as long as you can control yourself. Because the question is, why not? It cost me $0 to open up my home equity line of credit, and it costs me $0 to have it just sitting there, as long as I don't have any money taken out of it. And the ability to have access to, for me, almost $200,000 at the snap of a finger is really, really powerful and can provide great flexibility in investing. But you can get absolutely crushed if you don't handle it responsibly. So that's why I wanted to give you a more concise video here on what you should use your HELOC for and what you should not, definitely should not use your HELOC for. So the number one way you should use your HELOC, and you already know this if you've watched my other videos and are subscribed to this channel, is real estate investing. Now, does that mean any sort of real estate investing? No. Short-term real estate investing is what I prefer to use my home equity line of credit on. Actually, really everything I use my HELOC on needs to be short-term. And the reason for that is because the variable interest rate, the interest rate can change. It's not locked in like a 30-year mortgage. And my favorite way to use a home equity line of credit in real estate investing is short-term fix and flips. Take whatever money out of the HELOC that you need, buy a property, maybe you need more, maybe you need to get a partner as well, use it for the renovation costs, fix it up and sell it and pay back the HELOC. That's it, very simple. You're in and out quickly within 6 to 12 months. You should really not be taking money out of your home equity line of credit if it's going to be out for more than 6 months to 12 months max. That's my opinion. Anything more than that, and you're really leaving yourself vulnerable to variable interest rates. We see it now. The Federal Reserve is hiking interest rates every single time they meet, and the HELOCs more or less are basically pegged to prime rate, which is what the Federal Reserve sets to. The number two way you could use your home equity line of credit is home repairs. Now, I'm not talking about home improvements. I'm talking about home repairs, stuff that needs to be done. A new roof because yours is leaking, a new furnace for heat if you don't have any heat, stuff that needs to be done. If you don't have the cash right then and there, but you know you're going to be able to get it in the short term to pay it off, you could take the $5 grand, 10 grand, whatever, out of the HELOC, get your house repaired however you need to, and then pay it off as quickly as possible. And the number three way that you could use your HELOC is as an emergency fund. Now, instead of having 30, 40, 50 grand just sitting in a savings account, only have 10 or 15 or 20 grand and then have that HELOC sitting there ready for, God forbid, any emergency. You know, let's say something happened, God forbid. Let's say something health-related happened, God forbid. You could take the money out of the HELOC and, you know, when it comes to emergencies like that, especially health-related, you just kind of take it out, pay it, and deal with it in the future. So that is one other way you could use your home equity line of credit. Now, as you can see, all three of those ways that I suggest you use your HELOC are short-term. Now we're going to start getting into ways that you should not be using your HELOC, and we'll start off with real estate investing, long-term real estate investing. I get a ton of people in the comment section asking me if they could use their HELOC of 100 grand for a down payment on another property. And most of the time, I'm going to not suggest that. And the reason for that is, like I said earlier, the variable interest rate. If you run your numbers on an investment property, on a long-term investment property, and you're taking money out of your HELOC for the down payment, and you're taking out another loan for the rest of the money, you're running those numbers based on a specific rate that your HELOC is at the time. Well, what if that rate doubles like it just did? What if it goes up even further, another 3-4%? Chances are you're not going to be cash flowing on that property anymore. You're probably going to have to even come out of pocket to carry that property, and you could put yourself and your family in a very, very stressful situation very quickly. You'd be completely over leveraged. So unless it is an absolute steal, screaming deal, do not use your HELOC on the house that you own as a down payment on another property. Number two, you should also not use your HELOC on home improvements. I see it all the time. Your home value went up 30% the last 2 years. So, hey, I'm going to take 80 grand and put in a new pool and a fence, and I'm going to put a new kitchen in. Don't do it, because you're just going to be left holding the bag. And yeah, you'll have a pool, but guess what? That is not going to make you money. The kitchen, that's not going to make you money, more or less, okay? Don't buy things with your HELOC that don't make money. Another scenario that I see all the time with people with a home equity line of credit is they start using their HELOC to pay monthly bills. Your monthly bill should be budgeted out of whatever you're making every month or what have you. Don't use your HELOC. Don't take the equity and the money out of the house that you're living in to pay for your cable and your electric bill and your Netflix. It's just, you're going to go down a path that is horrible. Now, some people would say, hey, the interest rate on the HELOC is much less than like a 20% interest rate on a credit card. Yeah, well, you shouldn't be maxing out your credit cards either, right? And lastly, this kind of goes with the monthly bills, but it's an even more extreme scenario is don't use your HELOC on luxury items like cars or boats or bags or jewelry or anything like that. Don't use your HELOC on anything that won't make you money. The bottom line for this whole video is use your HELOC short term and use it on investments that can make you money. Don't use it long term because the variable interest rate, and don't use it to buy anything that doesn't cash flow or make you money. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, if you got any value, please consider subscribing. Also, check out my other HELOC videos as well. I'll put a link in the description box down below. And yeah, I'll catch you next time.